Hello everyone! In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful bohemian vest or bohemian bikini cover up. Without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. To make this beautiful bohemian vest or bohemian bikini cover up, I'm using bamboo yarn. This is a size 4 bamboo yarn. You can also use cotton in size 4. A 5mm crochet hook. You are also going to need measuring tape, some stitch markers, a pair of scissors, and yarn needle is only to weave in your loose end. To make this boho vest, we are going to start first by making the back panel. So take your yarn, your crochet hook, make a slip knot, and then you are going to chain 6. Now we are going to close the chain into a ring by slip stitching into the very first chain that we've made, like this. Round 1, you want to chain 7, and this chain of 7 counts as a treble crochet and a chain 3 space. Into the ring that we're creating, we are going to make 7 treble crochets with a chain 3 in between. So treble crochet, chain 3, treble crochet. So to make the treble crochet, you are yarning over twice, okay? And then chain 3, continue like this until you made your 7 treble crochets. At the end of the round, you are going to slip stitch to your 4th chain to close this round. So this is what you should have. You have now 8 treble crochets with a chain 3 in between. For the second round, you are going to chain 1. This doesn't count as a stitch, and into the same stitch make 1 single crochet, chain 3, and we are going to work now into the next available 3 chain space, and in there we are going to make 6 unfinished double crochets. So yarn over, pull through 2. This is the first unfinished double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 unfinished double crochets. You have now 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all of your 7 loops, chain 3, and on top of the next available treble crochet you are going to make 1 single crochet, and this is our repeat. So chain 3, into the next available 3 chain space make 6 unfinished double crochet, seven loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all of them, chain 3 and single crochet on top of the next treble crochet. Repeat this step through the entire round. Once you're at the end of the round, you are going to slip stitch to the first single crochet that you made, and now you are going to slip stitch all the way up to the top of the so here is the top of the double crochet cluster to be able to start round 3. So you have your 3 chains, and the next stitch, like this. Now you are going to chain 1 and make 1 single crochet into the same stitch, then chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 chains, and then go to the next cluster and make 1 single crochet, and then you want to chain 8 again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then go to the next cluster on top and make a single crochet. Repeat all the way around. I'll meet you back at the end of the round once I'm here to show you how to finish this round. Now to finish round 3, you are going to chain 4, 2, 3 and 4, and you are going to make a treble crochet right here where your first stitch was, so on top of the first single crochet you made. And now to step up for round 4, you are going to chain 1, this doesn't count as a stitch, and into your arch you are going to make 1 single crochet, chain 3 and make another single crochet into the same chain space, chain 3 and make 1 single crochet on top of the next available single crochet from the previous row. Now we are going to work into this 8 chain spaces right here, and for this you are going to chain 3, single crochet into your 8 chain space, chain 3, single crochet into the same 8 chain space, chain 3 and again into the same chain space make your single crochet, chain 3. Now you're going to make your single crochet on top of the single crochet from the previous row. See, this is what your work should look like. So you have now 4 arches with a chain 3. I'm going to work another one with you, so chain 3, single crochet into the next 8 chain space from the previous row. So this is going to be the first arch, then chain 3 and single crochet into the same 8 chain space, chain 3, single crochet into the same chain space, chain 3, single crochet on top of the next available single crochet from the previous row. See, my work kind of twisted, so you have 4 arches. Okay, so continue like this and I'll meet you back here to show you how to end up this round. So to end this round, chain 3, single crochet into the next available chain space, and now we are going to chain 1 and make a double crochet into the first single crochet we made, just like this. For round 5, you want to chain 1 to step up, single crochet into the same chain space. You can put a stitch marker into this stitch if you find this difficult to see where the round begins or ends. Now you are going to chain 3 and go to the next chain 3 space, make 1 single crochet, and then again chain 3 to the next chain 3 space and make your single crochet. So this is going to be your pattern repeat for the entire row. You are going to chain 3 and single crochet into the next available 3 chain space. I'll meet you back once I'm at the end of the round to show you how to finish round 5. So again, to finish round 5, you are going to chain 1 and then double crochet to the first single crochet where the stitch marker is, right? Now we are going to make round 6, and it's going to be again one round of netting stitches. I believe it's called netting. So chain 1 and single crochet into the same chain space, and this is going to be again your first stitch. And we are going to repeat round 5. So chain 3 to the next available 3 chain space, make your single crochet, chain 3 to the next available space, make your single crochet, repeat all the way around, and I'll meet you back once I'm at the end of the round to show you how to finish round 6. So to finish round 6, you are going to chain 1 again and then make your double crochet on top of the first single crochet. You can now take the stitch marker out. Now for round 7, we are going to turn our circle into a square, and we are going to start right away with the first corner. You are going to chain 4. This counts as a treble crochet, and into the same chain space right here you are going to make 2 more treble crochets. So for this you are yarning over twice. So with your chain of 4 you have now 3 treble crochets. We are going to work now on the side, and we are going to finish this first corner once we are at the end of the round. So for this you are going to chain 3, and working you are going to skip this next available 3 chain space and then work the second one. So you skip this, work into this one, and make 1 single crochet. Now you are going to chain 3, 1 2 3, and then go to the next available 3 chain space, make 1 single crochet. We are going to repeat this step 3 more times. So the chain of 3, 1 2 3, so 3 more times to have a total of 4 netting stitches. So you have now 4 netting stitches. Now you want to chain 3 again, and you are going to skip the next 3 chain space and then work into the second one, into this one right here. In here we are now going to create the corner. So you are going to yarn over twice and make a treble crochet, and into the same space make 2 more treble crochets. So you are going to have 3 in total, and we are not done yet with the corner. Now you want to chain 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and now we are going to work into the same chain space, and we are going to make 3 double treble crochet. For this you are going to yarn over 3 times. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then again yarn over 3 times and make your second double treble crochet, and again yarn over 3 times and then make your third double treble crochet. Now you are going to chain 5, and we are going to make 3 treble crochets into the same chain space. 1, 2, and 3. See? And this is going to be your second corner. Since we've started the first corner, this is the second corner. And now we are going to work on the side of the square. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip the next 3 chain space and make your single crochet into the second one, into the next one. We are going to do now these netting stitches right here, so 4 of them. So chain 3 into the next 3 chain space, single crochet, chain 3, this is the second arch, chain 3, the third arch, chain 3, and the fourth arch. See, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you are going to chain 3 again and make your third corner. So skip the next 3 chain space and work into the next one. Make first your 3 treble crochets, 1, and the third treble crochet. Now you are going to chain 5 and make 3 double treble crochet. So you are going to yarn over 3 times this time, 3 in total. Chain 5 and make 3 treble crochets into the same chain space. 1, 2, and 3. And this is your third corner. Now you are going to chain 3, skip the 3 chain space, and then make your 4 netting stitches. So go ahead and repeat these steps right here, from here to here, 2 more times. So 1 more time, and I'll meet you back once I'm here at the end of the round to show you how to finish the very first corner. So once you're at the end of the round, you are going to chain 3. We still need to finish our very first corner, so yarn over twice and then go into the chain where you started and make 3 treble crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make your double treble crochet, so 3 in total, 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to chain 5, and to close the round you are going to slip stitch into the 4th chain from the beginning, and this is what your work should look like. Now this is not enough for the back panel, so we are going to make a few more rounds, but you can stop at any time once you reached the width that you need for your back panel. So for example, if your bust measures around 100 centimeters, the half of this measurement is 50, and you do want to make the panel a little bit larger than your actual measurement to have some positive ease. Now for round 8, you want to slip stitch into the next 3 chain space. So slip stitch the next 2 treble crochets and then into the next 3 chain space. We are going to start from here on the side, so not into the corner but on the side of the square, and you are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This counts as a double crochet, and into the same 3 chain space make 2 more double crochets. So you have now a total of 3 double crochets. Now you want to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and you are going to skip the next 3 chain space and then work into the second one and then make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, into the next 3 chain space make again 3 double crochets. Chain 6, and again we are going to skip the next 3 chain space and work into this 3 chain space right here. So we are skipping the next one and work into the second and make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now we are up here at the corner, so you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and into your 5 chain space make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3 again, and right here in the middle, so into the second double treble, you are going to make a treble crochet to create a corner, and then chain 4 and make another treble crochet into the same stitch. And this is your corner. And now we are going to repeat on this side the same as we did here. So chain 3, into the next 3 chain space make 3 double crochets, and then you are going to chain 3 again, to the next 3 chain space make 3 double crochets. Now you are going to chain 6, skip the next 3 chain space and into the second one make your 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the next 3 chain space, chain 6, skip the next 3 chain space and work into the next one your 3 double crochets, chain 3, into the next space, which is a 5 chain space, you are going to make 3 double crochets, Now you are going to make your second corner, so chain 3, 1 treble crochet into the second double treble crochet from the previous round, chain 4, and make your second treble crochet into the same stitch. So this is going to be your pattern repeat for the entire round. And I'll meet you back once I'm at the end of the round. So don't forget your last corner right here. I'm almost at the end of the round. I still have 3 double crochets to make. And then chain 3 and slip stitch to your third chain. Now for round 9, you are going to slip stitch to the next 6 chain space. Then chain 3, this counts as a double crochet, and into the same 6 chain space you are going to make 6 more double crochets. So you want to have 7 double crochets into each 6 chain space. So this round it's going to be only double crochets. Now you are going to skip these double crochets from the previous round, and without chaining you are going to go into your 2 chain space, and in there you are going to make 3 double crochets. So into each of your 2 chain spaces you are making 3 double crochets. Now we have here our chain of 6. In there we are going to make 7 double crochets. Like this. Into your 3 chain spaces you are making 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go to the next 3 chain space and make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now you reached your first corner. Into your 4th chain space from the corner you are going to make 2 double crochets, then chain 7, and 2 more double crochets into the same 4th chain space. And this is your first corner. Now you are going to continue on the other side. So into each of your 3 chain spaces you are going to make 4 double crochets. In your 6 chain spaces 7 double crochet, and into the 2 chain spaces 3 double crochets. And then make the second corner, the third one, and the last one, and I'll meet you back again once I'm here. Once you're at the end of the round you are going to slip stitch to your 3rd chain to close round 9. For round 10 you want to chain 3. This counts as your first double crochet. You are going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and into the next stitch we are going to make a popcorn stitch. So for this we are going to make 4 double crochets into the next stitch. All 4 worked into the same stitch. Pull your loop high and then go back into the first double crochet that you've made with your crochet hook like this, and pull the loop through this stitch. And here is your bubble stitch. Into the next 3 stitches, make 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch we are going to do again a popcorn stitch. So 4 double crochets all worked into the same stitch. Pull your loop a little bit high, go back into the first double crochet that you've made and pull the loop through this stitch. And this is your pattern repeat. 3 double crochets and 1 popcorn stitch. So keep going like this until you reach the first corner, and I'll meet you back here. Once you reach your first corner, you want to chain 3 and single crochet into your 7 chain space from the previous round. Then chain 3 again, and you are going to start with your pattern. First you are going to make a popcorn stitch. See, before you reach the corner, your last stitch was a popcorn stitch. Now you are going to start exactly the same with a popcorn stitch. And then your 3 double crochets. Now you are going to continue working this pattern also on this side until you reach the next corner, and the corner it's going to be worked exactly the same. At the end of the round you are going to have 1 double crochet in your last stitch, and then you need to slip stitch to your 3rd chain to close round 10. This is what your work should look like so far. So keep measuring this square. So my square is at this point 36 centimeters. If you reach your measurement, you can stop here and continue working in the length once I'm there, and if not, keep going working the square. So the next round, round 11, it's going to be worked on top of the popcorn stitch. So for this you are going to slip stitch the next double crochet and then slip stitch on top of your popcorn stitch, and you're going to chain 6. This counts as a double crochet and a 3 chain space in between, and into the same stitch we are going to make 1 double crochet. We are now making double crochet V stitches. So without chaining, go to the next popcorn stitch. So you are skipping your 3 double crochets, and then go to the next popcorn stitch, make 1 double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet worked into the same stitch, and this is your V stitch. And again you are going to skip your double crochets, and into the next popcorn stitch make a V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch. I'll meet you back for the corner. To make the corner, you are going to make 1 double crochet into your 3 chain space, and then chain 3, 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet from the previous round, chain 3 and 1 double crochet into your chain 3 space. And this is the corner. Now you are going to start again with your V stitches. So here is your first popcorn stitch. So make double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch, and keep going like this for the entire round. And create your other 3 corners, and then I'll meet you back once I'm here. At the end of the round, you want to slip stitch into your 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3. To start the next round, slip stitch into your 3 chain space. We are going to work only into these 3 chain spaces right here, and chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Into the same 3 chain space, make 3 more double crochets. So into each 3 chain space you want to have a total of 4 double crochets. So go to the next 3 chain space and make your 4 double crochets. Keep going like this until you reach the first corner, and I'll meet you back there to show you how to work the corner. So here are my last 4 double crochets into the last V stitch from the previous round in front of my first corner. You are going to skip these 2 double crochet and then go right away into your next 3 chain space and make again 4 double crochets. And to create the corner, you want to chain 5 and into the next available 3 chain space from the previous round, make your 4 double crochets. And this is all you need to do for each corner. See? And now go right away into the next available 3 chain space and make your 4 double crochets. So keep working like this for the entire round, and I'll meet you back once I'm at the end of the round. So I'm now at the end of the round, which is round 12. Go ahead and slip stitch into your 3rd chain. Now if you are a size extra small or small, I would stop here. If you are making a size medium to large like I do, we are going to make 2 more rounds, which the next round it's going to be again a popcorn stitch round, and the next round it's going to be a double crochet round. So for each size you are going to increase with these next 2 rounds, so the popcorn stitch round and a double crochet round. So for round 13 you want to chain 3. This counts as your first double crochet, and then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Remember, we've started with only 2 double crochets. And now you are going to make your popcorn stitch, which is again a cluster of 4 double crochets into the same stitch. Go back into the first double crochet you made of the cluster and pull your loop through, and then starts again your pattern repeat with 3 double crochets and 1 popcorn stitch. Keep going like this until you reach your first corner, and I'll meet you back there to show you how to work the corner. So I'm almost here at my first corner. So you have your popcorn stitch. Now you still have one double crochet to make. So in there you are going to make the first double crochet of the double crochet series, right? Into your 5 chain space from the previous round, you want to make 2 double crochets, chain 4, and 2 more double crochets worked into the same chain space to make the corner. And now you have here your first double crochet. This means the next 2 stitches are going to be worked as double crochets, since your pattern repeat calls for 3 double crochets, 1 popcorn stitch. The first one is this one right here. Then you have your corner, and then you still need to make 2 double crochets. So, and then you are going to make your popcorn stitch. And now continue with your pattern, 3 double crochets, 1 popcorn stitch for the entire side, and then work your corner. And I'll meet you back once I have this done at the end of the round. So you should end up with 1 double crochet into your last stitch to complete your pattern repeat. So I am at the end of the round. I still need to make my last double crochet and then slip stitch to the 3rd chain, so to your first stitch, to close the round. Now the next round, it's going to be a round of double crocheting on top of each stitch. So you are going to chain 3. This counts as your first double crochet, and make 1 double crochet on top of each stitch, on top of each double crochet and on top of the popcorn stitch. Work like this until you reach your first corner, and I'll meet you back there to show you how to work into the corner. Here I am at my first corner. So in your 4 chain space from the previous round, you want to make 3 double crochets and then chain 3, and into the same 4 chain space you are going to make another 3 double crochet. So this is how you are working all of your corners: 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, and then you are going to keep going by making 1 double crochet on top of each stitch from the previous round until you meet the next corner. And at the end of the round, you are just going to slip stitch to your 3rd chain to close the round. And this is going to be for me my very last round. You can now cut off your working yarn. So chain 1, cut off and pull through. And I'm going to give you some measurements. So my panel measures now, let me see, so it is 50 centimeters wide, and for a size medium up to a size large, this is perfectly. So for a extra large or 2XL, you want to repeat these 2 rows right here to increase the size, the width of your panel. Now from now on we are going to work at the in the length. to have more length for our boho vest, or you can use this as a bikini cover up. This would be perfect. If you ended up doing the same amount of rounds like I did, you should have now 56 double crochets up here. We are working now in the length, and for the next pattern we need a multiple of 3. So to achieve this multiple, this is how I'm going to do this first round. Go into your 3 chain space from the corner, and I like to make a single crochet and then chain up 2. This counts as my first double crochet. Then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and now you are going to skip 1 stitch, and into the next one you are going to make 3 double crochets. Then skip 2 stitches, and into the third one make again 3 double crochets. And this is going to be your pattern repeat. Skip 2, and into the third one 3 double crochets. I'll meet you back once I'm at the end of the round to show you how, at the end of the row, since we are now working in the rows, to show you how to finish this row. Now to finish off this round, so you want to finish the same way you started the row. So I'm going to skip 1 stitch, and into my 3 chain space, instead of making only 1 double crochet, I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So I've started with 2 double crochets and skipped 1, and then made my cluster of 3 double crochets, and then started with skipping 2 double crochet cluster. So you want to end up the same. Now the next row, it's going to be chain 3 and turn your work. Make 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet, and now you want to chain 1, and we are going to double crochet this cluster together. So make 3 double crochets together, so 3 unfinished double crochets. Yarn over and pull through all of your 4 loops. And now you want to chain 2, and then again you are going to double crochet your 3 stitches together. And then you are going to chain 2 again. See? So this is going to be your pattern repeat. Chain 2, double crochet 3 together, chain 2, and at the end of the round you are going to double crochet your 3 together, and instead of chaining 2 you are going to chain only 1, and then make your last 2 double crochets. At the end of the row you are going to chain 3 and turn your work. For the next row you want to make 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet. At the end of the round you are going to chain 4 and turn your work. This counts as a treble crochet. Now into the next stitch we are going to make 1 treble crochet. Then you are going to chain 1, skip the chain from the previous row, and into the next stitch, which is the stitch with your double crochet 3 together, you are going to make 1 treble crochet. Then you want to chain 2, since you have now 2 chains in between your double crochet 3 together, and then yarn over twice, and then go on top of the next double crochet 3 together and make your treble crochet. and then chain 2 again, skip the chain and treble crochet on top of your double crochet 3 together. And this is going to be your pattern repeat for the entire row. At the end of the row, you are going to make your treble crochet, chain 1, and then your last 2 treble crochets into the last 2 stitches. Once you're at the end of the row, you are going to chain up 4. This counts as a treble crochet again. Turn your work, make 1 treble crochet on top of the next treble crochet from the previous row, then 1 treble crochet into your 1 chain space, 1 treble crochet on top of the next treble crochet, and 2 treble crochets into your 2 chain space. So you are just going to treble crochet on top of each stitch for this row. Now once you're at the end of the round, you are going to chain 3, turn your work, make your double crochet into the next stitch, and you are now going to start again with your first row. So you are going to repeat these 4 rows right here until you reach the length that you want, and I'm going to finish the length of camera and then meet you back again for the very last row. So I've made these 4 rows right here 2 more times, as you can see. Now the very last row, it's going to be a popcorn stitch row. So for this you want to chain 3 and turn your work, make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So the chain of 3 counts again as your first double crochet. And now into the next stitch we are going to make a popcorn stitch. So go ahead and make 4 double crochets into the next stitch, and when making this row you are on the right side of your work. And now pull the loop through the first double crochet of your 4 double crochet clusters. Now you are going to double crochet the next 3 stitches, and the next stitch it's going to be a popcorn stitch. So 4 double crochets into the same stitch. Now go ahead into your first double crochet of the double crochet clusters and pull your loop through, and this is going to be your pattern repeat. 3 double crochets, 1 popcorn stitch. At the end of the row you are just going to chain 1, fasten off and leave some tail for the sewing. And also you are going to end this row with 2 double crochets in your last 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet in your last 2 stitches. Once you finished your back panels, you want to take 2 stitch markers, and in my case I've counted 24 double crochets and placed the stitch marker, and then also on this side 24 and place the stitch markers at the stitch marker. So I have in between my stitch markers 10 stitches, and this is going to sit on the back side of your neck. So we are going to work the front panels only over these 24 and into the corner I'm going to pick up 2 stitches. So you will have, if you have the same stitch count, you will have 26 stitches to work with. Since this is a summer vest, it doesn't need to be closed on the front, so we are going to have the front panels are going to be slightly smaller when put together as the back panel, of course. So I've already worked one side of the vest, one front panel. I'm going to show you quickly how to work the side, so the front panel, also how to work the sides of the panels in one go, and how to join the sides together without sewing. So I didn't sew my my side. I'm going to show you how you are going to do this. So go ahead and take your yarn again, make a slip knot, and you are going to join on the right side of your work. Right here in the corner I'm joining with a single crochet and a chain of 2. This is going to be my first double crochet, and into the same corner I'm going to make another double crochet and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So this is row 1 from a 4-row repeat pattern. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next, and you are going to repeat this till the end of the row. Now I don't have an exact stitch count for this. I'm going to finish this row with 2 double crochets into my last stitch. So let me finish this row quickly. So here is my last 2. Here are my last 2 double crochets. So I have a total of 26 stitches. Now the next row, it's going to be a repetition of your first row. So you want to start with a chain of 3, counts as your first double crochet, 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet. Then you are going to chain 1, skip the chain, double crochet on top of the next double crochet. So meet me back again once you're at the end of the second round. So you want to make sure that you are ending up the row exactly the same as you've started the first row. So I had at the beginning 3 double crochets. I now also have 3 double crochets. The next row, it's going to be a popcorn stitch row. For this I'm chaining 3, counts as the first double crochet, turn your work, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and I'm going to take a look at my first panel that I've made. I want to have exactly the same stitches on both panels, so I'm going to now chain 1, skip the double crochet from the previous row, and into this 1 chain space I'm going to make a popcorn stitch. Then chain 1, skip the double crochet, and into the next 1 chain space you want to make 1 double crochet. And this is your pattern repeat. So chain 1, skip the double crochet from the previous row, and into the next stitch make your popcorn stitch. chain 1, skip the double crochet into your 1 chain space. So repeat for the entire third row. Now to end this row, since I have only 2 stitches, I'm not going to chain 1, I am just going to make my last 2 double crochets like this. Now the next row in our pattern repeat, so we have 4 rows, it's going to be 1 row of double crocheting. So you are just going to chain 3, turn your work, and you are going to make 1 double crochet on top of each stitch. So double crochet on top of double crochet on top of the popcorn stitch, double crochet into your 1 chain space. And that's it. This is these are the 4 rows that you need to repeat over and over again. So in my case, I've repeated these 4 rows for a total of 6 times, and then I've started the pattern that we've worked on the back panel and made that pattern 3 times, as on the back panel, of course. And then I have my last row, which is 1 row of popcorn stitch. I'm going to finish now my second front panel off camera, and then I'll meet you back again to show you how to work the side of your panels and how to join them together in one go without sewing it. Once you've made the front part of the vest, on the right hand side you are going to end the row on the inside of your work. So for this you are going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. On the left hand side you are going to end the last row on the side of your vest, so you can continue working the next rounds without cutting the yarn. So you want to start on the right side of your work, and for this you need to start on the back panel. So if you are on the right hand side of the front panel finished, then grab your yarn, make a slip knot and join. Down here I'm going to join with a single crochet and a chain of 2. This counts as my first double crochet, and into the double crochet row, the next available one, I'm going to make 1 double crochet. Now you are going to pick up your stitches in your treble crochet rows. You are going to make 3 double crochets. So I have here my 2 treble crochet rows. I'm putting in 3 double crochets, and in your double crochet rows you want to make 2 double crochets in there, and that's it for the first round. So you are just going to be making double crochets all the way the entire back panel, and then go to the front panel all the way down, and I'll meet you once I'm here. Once you're at the end of the row, you want to chain 3. This counts as your first double crochet, and turn your work. Into the next stitch you are going to make 1 double crochet, then chain 1, skip 1 stitch and double crochet into the next. And this is your pattern repeat: chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. Go ahead and work like this for the entire second round. You want to make sure that you end up excuse me, this round the same way you've started, so with 2 double crochets. If you don't have enough stitches, you can just make 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So see, this is what I meant. I don't have enough stitches, so I've just made 2 stitches at the end into the same stitch. Now the third row, it's going to be chain 3 and turn your work. Now we are going to make the bubble stitch, not the bubble stitch but the popcorn stitch. So I still have 1 double crochet in there, so I'm going to chain 1 to correspond my stitches, and into the first available 1 chain space I'm going to make a popcorn stitch. So go back into the first double crochet, pull a loop through. Now you want to chain 1 and double crochet into the next available 1 chain space, chain 1, and into the next available 1 chain space you are going to make your popcorn stitch. And this is going to be your pattern repeat for the entire row 3. Popcorn stitch, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and start over with your popcorn stitch. I'll meet you back once I'm at the end of the round, of the row, not the round. Okay, so I'm at the end of my third row. Now to close this row, I've already chained 1. I have this double crochet which I'm going to skip and then make my last double crochet on top of the third stitch. Now to join the sides together, so as I promised, there is no sewing required to make this vest. You want to turn your entire work so that the right side is out and hold your 2 sides together. So this is the front, this is the back panel. You want to chain 2 and then go into the first stitch, which is the third chain, and slip stitch. Then you are going to chain 2 again, and on my right hand side, which is the front panel, so the front panel is right, the back panel is left. Okay, I'm going to slip stitch on top of the popcorn stitch. Like this. Now I'm going to chain 2 again. On the back panel I'm looking for the popcorn stitch and I'm going to slip stitch in there. Chain 2, front panel, slip stitch on top of the double crochet. Chain 2, back panel, slip stitch on top of the double crochet. And that's it. This is all you need to do to close the sides of your bohemian vest. You are always chaining 2 and you want to make sure that you are matching your stitches. So here I have my popcorn stitch. I need to slip stitch on top of the popcorn stitch. Chain 2. Here I have the double crochet, slip stitch, chain 2. On the back panel I'm looking for the double crochet on top, slip stitch. Now go ahead and make your side seaming and leave opening for your arm. My arm opening is quite large, so you can decide how large you want to have your opening. Let me give you some measurements. So my arm opening, the armhole is 28 centimeters. I'm going to finish this now off camera and then meet you back again for the fringes. To make the fringes, I've already cut some yarn. My fringes are going to be 15 centimeters long, and I'm taking 3 strands of yarn, not 2, and I'm folding those in half and I've started right here into the first corner, and then I'm going to attach the next fringe where the popcorn stitch is. I'm going to pull my loop through the stitch. Now you have this loop right here. Now go ahead and take your yarn ends and pull this through the loop, and then give a nice tug so that everything stays in place, and that's it. That's all you need to do, all the way around the bottom of your vest. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed it creating it for you. Thank you all for watching and for joining me today yet for another video. Make sure to be subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!